Howdy, y'all. This is Laird. Welcome to part 21 of Kentucky Route Zero as we begin Act 5. There's always a little bit of panic right there that I'm going to misclick and click the clear button. But guys, it's been an awesome journey with y'all. Act 5, Scene 1. And I've just been very grateful to bring y'all along. A town. Looks flooded. Howdy, Salad Snake. I am doing well, thank you. Better than yesterday. That's everything, right? How did all of this fit in that truck? It's bigger on the inside. I think it rained. Rained a lot, I mean. May I use your phone, Miss Shannon? Oh, who you calling? I was gonna call Julian. He has a phone. Oh, yeah, obviously. So where is 5 Dogwood Drive? Right. No idea. Maybe we should split up. It's a nice morning for a walk, but a bit muddy. Oh, it's no longer the we're controlling the cat. Interesting. But it's a dragonfly instead of the old game of horseshoe for movement. Waffles for any weather? Jorge scanned the shelf. He quickly found the book he was looking for. There were only a few dozen left. More shelves and books now, the result of an experiment called the New Selection. Privately, he called it the Purge. But only privately, in small groups of reliable complainers. The unspoken rule was to hold back criticism as long as possible. Experiments needed time to unfold, naturally, without the interference of doubt. Or he would have preferred to complain more freely. Frazier proposed and executed experiments just like any other community member. But his experiments had a scorched earth quality. They were all destructive. He moved from one area of community life to the next in search of excess to cut back. Lately, he turned his sights to the library. The New Selection meant decimating their store of books according to Frazier's own inscrutable criteria. Now we are guaranteed something vital every time we take a book from the shelves. No more time lost to printed chaff. Frazier's colorless voice echoed in Jorge's mind. He felt like spitting. Instead, he tucked the book under his arm and set off for the woods. Oh, the dog's asleep. They were beautiful animals. No, I should say, simply, they were our neighbors. I should focus on their character. Gentle. Oh, hello. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm writing something. Uh, a sort of poem. Is it happy or sad? I'd like it to be hopeful somehow, but it just keeps coming out sad. So that's interesting. I'm not controlling the cat because I'm using keyboard and mouse right now. I'm controlling the dragonfly. I don't know. Sometimes the game's peculiar choice of controls makes things interesting. 6 or 7 men stood in the sun about a dozen yards from the ditch, and he could hear them laughing. Tried not to hear them. Instead, he listened to the shovel punching through the dirt as he shaped the trench. It was wet dirt, mud really, made a hungry sound as he shaped the trench walls. Glare from the noon sun made his sinuses tingle. The trench was a foot wide by now. The time he was done, he expected it to be about twice that, and run most of the way from the middle of town over to where it could drain off into the creek. The out-of-towner stuck his shovel into the dirt and squeezed the bridge of his nose. He sneezed, took a swig from his thermos. The laughter quieted into greedy chuckles. He could feel the men approaching. I don't know, if you were to tell me to draw a exit to the route or entrance to Route Zero, that's kind of what I would think of. Hey, Slow-Mo Crow. This must be what's left of the TV station. Elmo gave Rita a tour of the cameras and wiring. She'd just been through a certificate program on public broadcasting at the community college, so no surprises there. Nikki showed her the video databank. James demonstrated the sand and image processor. Then Ron came barreling in with an urgent expression. Rita had entered the public broadcasting program at Fishtrap Lake Community and Technical College with a vague desire to be a newscaster. One of her instructors got her excited about pirate television, and she followed threads through TV, activist communities, till she found herself here, somehow volunteering WEVP TV. Ron's news was clearly bad news. Rita's heart sank a little as they listened. She knew things were unraveling, knew from experience what that looked like. Thank you for the lurk, Ratty. But as she listened to Ron detail the power company's sudden withdrawal from town affairs, she heard other possibilities. She studied their faces and found concern, sure, but also something like relief, hope, an awakening of play. Nikki looked like she might have been daydreaming. These were people, Rita decided, ready to step out of the company's shadow and build something of their own. Ron said the TV station would still be funded by court order. Could that be their anchor? And the thing he slept on was the projector that the guy was doing the ink art from. At first, they only observed the truck from a distance. It was an alien carcass, something that made more sense in death than in life. The company had dropped it off in the middle of the day. Everyone was at the plant. They let it sit overnight, alone and strange. Nikki thought it was ridiculous, but Ron approved. To Elmo, the truck was simply beautiful. The truck reminded him of New York City, which he visited once by bus, and which made a great impression on him. Especially the mountains of garbage that dotted the sidewalk. The truck didn't smell yet, but it would. A glorious patina built up over decades of progress and labor. In New York, he said, everyone put their garbage out on the sidewalk like they were proud of it. Or proud of what it signified. We have defeated another week. Here is its corpse. Everyone had to agree this was money and attention that would have been better spent addressing the town's drainage problems. Maybe finally get started on that darned messianic ditch. Still, they had a few things to dispose of. Broken flower pots, empty glass bottles, clothes that didn't fit anymore. They gradually fell into the habit of collecting waste and carrying it to the truck once a month. Some shadows would come in from the night woods and haul the garbage away on a cart. So I realized from playing this game for a bit, these three, Emily, Bob, and Ben, if you were to compare this game to a Greek tragedy or a Greek play, they would be the equivalent of the chorus. This headstone has no name on it. Maybe it was his choice. Stubborn old man, not one of the town to fuss over him, even in death. Still, a burial is not only for the dead. And you, my friend, are you looking for a place to rest? This is as good a place as you will find, I think. The seer reclined high in a tree, carving fine details into a small wooden pipe. She loved this spot, the height, the distance. She was always at a distance, watching everyone work. From this height, she could see the earth movers shaping the mounds under the draftsman's supervision. She could see him inspecting his plan, the drawing he'd made from her game, the map. Wow, how'd you get out here? Get out of there. Just a moment. Uh, in fact, we will quickly end this recording here and I'll pick up the next one.